The dark side of living your best life. Everyone wants to live their best life, but few realize that the very habits, lifestyles, and choices we admire on social media may quietly be destroying our financial future. From invisible spending traps to lifestyle inflation, discover the hidden dangers behind the dream everyone chases and how to escape them before it's too late. Everyone wants to live their best life. Social media, influencers, magazines, they all tell you to upgrade your lifestyle, travel more, buy more, experience more. It feels empowering. It feels normal. But few realize that this constant chase is quietly destroying their financial future. Every luxury purchase, every treat-yourself moment, every Instagram-worthy upgrade erodes freedom without leaving an obvious trace. Lifestyle grows faster than income. Each raise, bonus, or extra dollar disappears almost instantly into a bigger apartment, a newer car, or more extravagant vacations. It feels harmless, even deserved. Over decades, these small upgrades quietly consume hundreds of thousands of dollars that could have generated freedom. Money meant to build independence is being funneled into appearances. Social validation pulls hard without you noticing. Friends, coworkers, family, and social media all reinforce the idea that spending is success. You deserve it. Everyone's doing it. Life is too short to wait. These invisible levers make consumption feel natural while tightening the grip on your financial future. Debt subtly strengthens this chain. Credit cards, installment plans, and flexible payments siphon away the ability to invest. Interest compounds quietly against you, often unnoticed, because indulgence feels justified. This is not reckless spending. It's socially acceptable behavior disguised as normal living. Progress feels real, but it's deceptive. Outward signs of success, luxury vacations, expensive cars, upgraded apartments, mask a lack of real wealth. True financial power is measured by control and freedom, not possessions. The more you focus on appearances, the further you drift from independence. The pull of instant gratification dominates every decision. Flashy purchases provide dopamine hits. Delayed rewards, like compound growth and wealth accumulation, feel distant, abstract, or unattainable. Most people instinctively choose the immediate pleasure over decades of freedom, unknowingly trading future choice for momentary satisfaction. The consequences unfold quietly. Years of indulgence, subtle upgrades, and lifestyle inflation create a reality where income may rise, but freedom does not. Compounding silently favors those who invest early and discipline themselves. The more you chase status, the further freedom slips away. Comparison intensifies the cycle. Everyone around you is doing the same. Social pressure makes you feel compelled to match it, reinforcing spending habits disguised as success. Saving begins to feel like deprivation. Investing feels like missing out. The subtle psychology of comparison ensures most people remain trapped in a cycle where outward appearances suggest success, but financial freedom remains out of reach. The dark side of living your best life is almost invisible. It does not arrive suddenly. It unfolds slowly, compounding over years until your options are limited. The habits feel normal, justified, and even aspirational. The cost is enormous. Decades of lost freedom and hundreds of thousands of dollars spent chasing an illusion. By the time people reach their late 30s and early 40s, the difference is undeniable. Those who invested early and restrained consumption quietly accumulate wealth, while those who chase lifestyle find themselves tethered to their paychecks, dependent on a cycle that promises happiness but delivers constraint. True financial freedom is the result of psychology applied to money, consistently, over decades. By the time most people realize the danger, it's already too late. Decades of subtle spending, lifestyle inflation, and chasing approval have quietly locked them into a cycle where their income is no longer a tool, but a leash. True freedom, being able to choose how to spend your time without financial fear, feels distant, almost impossible. Yet it is entirely attainable for those who recognize the patterns and act decisively. Freedom begins with control over the invisible currents of spending. Every dollar that flows into luxury, status, or social validation is a dollar that could have compounded quietly into independence. Redirecting that money into assets that grow over time transforms life without requiring extreme deprivation. It is not the size of your salary, but the structure of your decisions that determines whether wealth serves you or whether you serve your lifestyle. Time is the secret multiplier. Early decisions compound in ways that feel almost magical decades later. What seems small or inconsequential in your 20s, the automatic contribution to an investment account, resisting the temptation to upgrade every possession, controlling impulse purchases, can generate a financial engine strong enough to replace decades of income. The earlier the discipline begins, the more powerful the effect. The psychology of delayed gratification is your ally. Every indulgence avoided is a step toward freedom. Every moment you prioritize financial control over social validation strengthens an invisible habit, autonomy. This is not about rejecting pleasure. It is about ensuring that pleasure comes on your terms, not dictated by fleeting impulses or the approval of others. Debt is a silent enemy, and awareness is the first defense. High interest obligations drain both capital and mental energy. Minimizing debt, or using it strategically for assets that generate wealth, allows compounding to work in your favor rather than against you. Many underestimate how quickly small balances, combined with lifestyle spending, multiply into long-term financial pressure. Financial independence is ultimately a matter of choice, not income. People trapped in high lifestyles often earn more than those who retire early, yet they are dependent on every paycheck. Assets, investments, and compounding are what create freedom, not status symbols or outward success. Control over time, the ability to step back from work, and the capacity to make life decisions without financial fear are the true measures of wealth. Breaking free requires conscious awareness of social conditioning. Every "you deserve it" message, every image of someone flaunting luxury, every comparison with peers is a psychological lever designed to keep consumption high. Recognizing these influences and consciously resisting them is the difference between a life dictated by appearances and a life designed for freedom. The most powerful financial decisions are often invisible. Automating investments, reducing unnecessary expenses, avoiding impulsive upgrades, and consistently prioritizing wealth building over fleeting pleasure creates a foundation that grows silently. Over decades, these decisions compound into a force that transforms lifestyle into leverage rather than liability. Even moderate choices, repeated consistently, yield extraordinary results. A seemingly small monthly contribution, a conscious decision to avoid lifestyle inflation, and disciplined spending patterns create exponential outcomes over time. Compounding does the work, allowing you to step back while your money continues to grow. True mastery comes from aligning psychology with strategy. Understanding why you are compelled to spend, why social pressures feel urgent, and why instant gratification is so tempting allows you to design systems that override impulses. Wealth is not created by resisting pleasure entirely, but by structuring life so that freedom grows in parallel with enjoyment. By midlife, the consequences of early decisions are undeniable. Those who consistently prioritized financial freedom enjoy autonomy, choice, and control. They can leave jobs that no longer serve them, travel without worry, pursue passions without financial stress. Those who allowed social pressures, lifestyle inflation, and instant gratification to dominate find themselves tethered to their income. The dark side of living your best life is not in enjoying experiences. It is in letting appearances dictate decisions, in allowing short-term pleasure to compromise long-term freedom, and in underestimating the invisible power of compounding, discipline, and delayed gratification. Awareness is the first step. Action is the second. Consistency is the force multiplier. Wealth is not about earning more. It is about making your money work for you, resisting psychological traps, and controlling the choices that define your life. Every decision you make today sets the trajectory for the decades ahead. The difference between freedom and dependence is invisible at first, but by the time you recognize it, it defines your entire future. This is the real cost of chasing appearances. This is the dark side of living your best life. And this is the truth most people will never face until it's too late.